What's going on, beautiful people? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, is the NBA's dunk contest officially back? Is it officially back, y'all? The answer to that question is, I don't know, but last night it definitely was. And that's solely due to Mr. Mcclung, aka White Man Can Jump. All right, the brother was looking like a human bunny rabbit, because I didn't know the brother had ups like that. I heard his name and rumblings around, me watching basketball and being a basketball fanatic. I heard his name here and there, so on and so forth, in trade rumors or whatever. But I never knew that he had bounced because I never looked at highlights, right? But looking at that last night, I'm like, nah, bruh. His shit different. The double pump in the air, the 540 dunk, like, bruh, his air, the head at the rim, I'm like, yeah, this is what the NBA needed to see for us to have faith in the dunk contest going forward. Because I'm going to date myself. I'm only 30 years old. But I watched Vince Carter's dunk contest live with my late brother, God rest his soul, right? And after that, we became humongous fans of Vince Carter to the point where we had the satellite and we would watch all Toronto Raptors games. I can tell you Keon Clark, Aaron Williams, all them dudes, Alvin Williams, I'm sorry. All them dudes, I can tell you the whole lineup for real for Toronto Raptors, because we was watching all of their games due to the fact that Vince Carter was must-see TV. Vince Sanity, half man, half amazing. So when I'm looking at the dunk contest, I'm looking at guys from that standpoint. And to be real, the dunk contest hadn't been exciting since Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. It hadn't been as exciting since that moment. So now I'm glad that we saw a product like that be displayed nationally so that the world can see, you know what, man, let's continue this dunk contest, and we got some dudes that can do some things that you never could imagine, or some things that you are going to marvel at. Because at one point I thought, damn, we've seen just about everything. I don't think there's nothing more for us to see. But Mcclung showed us there's definitely some more to see. And again, who would think that a two-way player would perform like that? A two-way player would bring back the dunk contest. Most people would be like, oh, he a two-way player? I don't know. Even Shannon Sharp was just like, now they got Mcclung in there. They just brought him in there. He showed doubt. He really didn't think that, Mac could come in there and make a strong stance or give a strong showing. But shit, listen, I promise you, that was some real exciting. That was some exciting dunks for sure, especially when you see it in replay, bouncing it off the glass, dunking it. I'm like, nah, dude, different. His bunny's different. And I'm thinking, like, when I'm seeing these dunks, this may be the formula. It's probably going to take guys from the G League, guys that are two-way players, vying for a spot in the league to try to perform like this, because they have a lot more to prove, a lot more on the line. They looking like, listen, I want to show myself. I want to show that I want to wow the crowd and get some oohs and ahs to potentially get me a push to the league. And I think you're going to see guys in the G League starting to do this now, because I think the league guys, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, because back in the day, dudes who were on the cusp, on the brink of being stars, would compete in that contest to show that they have arrived, and that it's to have an official moment, the welcome to the NBA moment, and you've officially been crowned a star. Guys would compete in it when they were at that level. I don't know if now to the younger guys really care about that. They're making a lot of good money. I mean, social media has allowed us, and the internet and YouTube has allowed us to see everybody from different teams. Even if they're not your local team, we can watch highlights of certain dudes. Their names can get spread extremely quick with social media clips, so on and so forth. So I don't think they care about increasing their brand through the dunk contest like they once did. But a G Leaguer, he damn sure gonna care, for sure. And I always used to say this too, man. You find it that guys who aren't in the league are the best dunkers in the world. And I think there's a reason for this. I remember my cousin played at St. Rita High School. He went Big East. Straight out of high school, went to West Virginia. This is before West Virginia was the West Virginia powerhouse at the time. This was 2003 at West Virginia, right? West Virginia became more of a prominent powerhouse years later when Kevin Pittsnoggle, John Beeline, and those individuals brought the program into prominence about 2005, 2006, around that time period, right? But before that, the Mountaineers were not a big program. Like, they weren't world known and renowned. In fact, people from the hood was looking at my cousin crazy when he said he was going to West Virginia. They thought they wanted him to go to a bigger school because he was averaging 18 points, 15 rebounds, and nearly 5 blocks a game at St. Rita. But nonetheless, my cousin, well, again, he'd been around the game for a long time. He would always tell me that When we would see dudes that could dunk real good, my cousin would always say, that's probably the only thing dude could do. That's probably the only thing dude could do. Dude probably sorry at hooping, but that's probably the best thing he could do right there is dunking. And I always would look at him and say, why do you always say that? And he said sometimes a lot of dudes that really can't play that well, who aren't really skilled, they focus on a wow factor, like having a great handle or high flying in order to wow people enough to distract them from the fact that they're not that good so that they can get shots in certain leagues or shots in certain situations, right? Whether they're trying to make a team, they might get the shot off based off their athleticism. They might get the shot based off of the fact that they can lose guys off the dribble. May not be able to finish well, may not be able to shoot well, but they do that one thing so spectacular, it would sell tickets and convince people to be like, hey, give him a chance, give him a chance. Just like a Jamario Moon back in the day, right? So I think it's some dudes that, again, the reason why some guys who aren't in the NBA are the best dunkers is because they had to figure out a niche, some type of way to get them noticed or to get them like some type of anticipation or to get clamor around their name without them being this great hooper. They aren't the most skilled, but they got to create some type of clamor around their name, so they focus on dunking, which is oh wow, like a highlight type of thing that most people will become enamored with. Now, but again, I'm gonna say this: in today's game, that shit not gonna get you no NBA shot. It would have done it in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now, just dunking ain't gonna get you a shot in hell. Not gonna get you a shot in the dark in an industry of sharks that's surrounded by water. It's not gonna get you a shot. And no way, no how. Like Rob Parker say, no chance in hell. But from what I'm hearing, Mac can really hoop. He's a hooper for real. He can really play. He's really skilled. So Mac probably gonna get him a good shot. And it's probably gonna bolster the mystique around him. People are gonna watch him play. They're gonna watch and see if he can do certain things. They're gonna see if he can, deliver certain performances, so on and so forth. So I think it's gonna bode well for Mac. But I was impressed, man. I was impressed. Again, I was the 540 dunk, the off the backboard joint, the what did he do? The double pump in the air. I'm like, yeah, he like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the dunk contest is gonna be next year. He should come back and defend it. So he should, especially due to the fact that he's not a star. Some guys that are stars don't want to come back and defend it, but he should come back and defend it. And I'm hoping we see some other guys that can jump out the gym too, whether they're in the G League or not. I want to see some other guys come out and get us up out of our seats. I'm sorry, and get us excited like we were watching Mac. The crowd was into seeing Mac, even so much that Mac dribbling on his final dunk, dribbling around. Kenny told us, and he got a handle, and he's showing us, and he's showing us the handle. I said, look at the New York City guard. He want to see what that handle look like. Your handle nice? All right, young man, we got something to work with. That's what a New York City guard feel like, right? But anyway, man, Mcclung, super impressed with the dunks, and I'm excited to see what happens in these young kids' future. I want to see what happens with them going forward. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.